manatili ka, di na kailangan ipagpilitan pa. Mabilisan ba, gusto mo palagi yung binibitin ka.
Hey girls, guys and days, it's me, Kilakosh, back at it again with more Kilcon, and in this video we are doing it. We are doing my hulas proof going out makeup routine. So I'm gonna walk you through it, but again, I'm not a beauty guru, bitches, ha? As in, like, I just know how to do my own makeup. So I know that I say this is hulas proof, but it's hulas proof for me. We all have different skin types. What works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for you. But at the end of the day, like, I know my shit. Like, I know shit for me. What works on my skin type, I do have like an oily, sensitive combination. My skin type changes pa like every few months depending on the weather, depending on my diet, my hormones. So my skin type changes a lot. But in general, I have really sensitive combination skin. So I hope this helps you guys when you have an all-day event. Kayo, may booking ka, pag magka-club ka, night out, sangria night with the girls. I hope this helps. I already did most of my skincare, but I haven't put on my moisturizer yet. For moisturizer, I go through so many different kinds, but this one right now, I am using the latest BLK Skin. This is their latest moisturizer. This has SPF 50, PA++++. I am getting ready for the club quite early today because I have meetings before then, so I thought it would be the perfect time film. This has SPF 50 and it works really well. Like, it just melts right into my skin. It is really hydrating. It feels great. Plus, it is really lightweight. For hair care, I already prepped my hair. You guys know, like, I have so many steps to prepping my hair because my hair is bleached, which means I have to take care of it more. But the products I use for my hair are still the same, so I still use the same, like Kerastase Genesis hair mask. I leave this in. It says to leave it in for like 15 to 20 minutes, but honestly, I leave it in for like 30 minutes to an hour para sulit, diba? I know that this stuff is kind of expensive, like it is a little more high-end, but it is truly an investment because when you are styling your hair with so many hair products, your hair gets crusty, crispy. Minsan parang lechong kawali na yung buhok ko from all of the damaging, coloring, bleaching that I get done. This really helps soften my hair. It really helps smoothen it. That's why, like, look, even if you like run my hands through my hair, even if it's so bleached and it's been through it, like my hair has been through it, lumalaban pa rin naman. I use this hair mask twice a week. You can use it just once a week, but I do like to do it kind of like a Wednesday, Saturday situation para before good gang, fresh na fresh yung hair ko. So I haven't styled it yet. I just blow dried it. But I also go in with this. This is the major key. Like, out of all of their products from that line, this is the best one. This is the anti-hair fall serum because your hair tends to break talaga if you bleach it a lot. It really is prone to breakage. If you're aging, your hair tends to fall. So this one strengthens your hair at the root. So I'm not gonna apply it now because you guys have seen me apply this so many times. But you just literally put it in your roots like that and then you rub it in. You can use 4 shoots, but I honestly just use 2 for maintenance every day. Probably if you have like severe hair fall, go for the 4 shoots. But natitipid ko siya because I use 2 shoots lang. I go in with this every single day, usually before I sleep though, because it makes your hair a little damp because it is, again, it's really wet. It is a serum. Malamang, it's a serum. So I use it at night, I let it sit in, but today I put it on like in the morning because I forgot to do it last night. And I've just been letting it sit in. But later, I'll style my hair. Then I also use this shampoo. They also have a conditioner, but it's in the bathroom. This shampoo, I'm almost out of na. I'm at the very bottom of it. Sobrang konti na nga lang ng shampoo, but lumalaban pa rin siya. I only put it on my roots. That's how I'm able to like make it last a long time. And I only shampoo my hair twice a week, condition every day. I already did my hair care. It's crush, honestly, because kahit maganda yung makeup mo, pero tsaka yung hair mo, parang sure ba tayo dyan? Okay, so let's get into the face. I already moisturized. Now we're gonna prime. I use the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. This is like Mighty Bond for your face. It feels really weird and like sticky as you apply it, but you're gonna thank me later. The markup prices for e.l.f. are kind of crazy, but I found this Shopee store naman. Nakalink naman everything down below. The markup for this one is not as bad as the others. If you're not priming in this day and age, ano na? Honestly, nakakahiya. And I'm judging you. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for like 30 seconds or more, just so that it really gets in there. Next, for the base, we're gonna use the Skin So Good parang funda sticks. They're like multi-use sticks. For my base, normally you guys know I like to use dewy products, but because it is at night and I am gonna be out for a really long time, I'm gonna sweat. So I'm gonna go in with this because it's a more like soft matte situation, so that even if I do get dewy and like sweat through it, maganda pa rin ako. So right now I'm using the shade Cashew. I'm just gonna blend that out, smudge it out. I like how this just softens the look of my face. Like, look at that. And it evens out my skin tone. I like to use my fingers a lot too. Like, I don't really like using brushes or sponges because I feel like my skin absorbs it better and it has a more flawless application compared to like any time that I use like a brush or whatever. You guys see how it's matte, but it still has that fresh finish. I don't look cakey, I don't look gross. Fresh pa rin naman. But on top of that, we are going to conceal Don't Feel with Get Ready With Me's concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. I really like to go under the eyes over there. This is an amazing dupe for NARS. Then a little bit on the forehead, whatever remains, just like that. We're gonna let that set for a bit. But while we let that set, we are going to go in with contour. So for cream contour, I also use the Skin So Good ones. This is in the shade Santal. This is like a bronzer shade kasi. This is like, look at that. Look at how creamy that just applies. So I'm gonna just swipe, 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 swipe or don't swipe in with that. I like the really warm shade. I don't like to contour. I like to bronzer. So bronzing is using bronzer to contour because I feel like it gives a more natural everyday finish compared to if you're gonna go with a harsh contour. I think contour looks really nice if you have shoots or really good lighting, but contour can easily not look good depending on the lighting. At night, you have like all of these flashes, you have weird lighting, you have dim lighting. I don't want to be worrying about those things, so I try to go for a more natural, structured look rather than like super beat. You know what I mean? Basta, gets yun na yun. So I'm just gonna use my finger yet again because I am bisexual. Guys, can I just say, like, look at that. Look at how it just blends really seamlessly and it gives that nice warm tone without making it look too harsh. Boom, look at that shadow. Cinch, we have the cheekbone coming in there. We look warm, we look bronzed, we look gorgeous. But yeah, anyway, can I just say, parang before I used to say I was bi. And then I said I was lesbian. And then I had a pansexual era because I was like, you know what if I do fall in love with like any gender or sexual orientation or whatever it is, you know? And I kept changing based off of what I felt in the moment. And then I realized, like, the labels, like all that bullshit, because I feel like I'm still discovering myself and there's so many more ways that I'm going to reinvent myself as I get older and experience new things and feel different things and meet different people. Parang ang hassle naman na parang I have to come out every single era. Like, I have to come out every single time I realize something new about myself. For me lang to ha. Like, I feel like I've had to come out for other people to understand me, but not necessarily for myself. Like, I didn't really feel the need to like come out and like tell people like, oh, I'm bi now, or like, oh, I'm straight now, or oh, like I'm pansexual now, or oh, I'm like this now, or whatever it was, right? Like, I was just doing those to like I was just saying these things for people to understand me, when in truth, like, I didn't fully understand myself yet, and I still don't fully understand myself. So wala lang, when I joke that it's like my straight era or my bi era, like, I genuinely don't know what the f is going on, and I'm like just trying to cope with whatever the fuck is going on. It's just a thought. I'm out here like labeling myself for other people to understand me, when in truth I don't fully understand myself yet, and I still feel like I'm gonna go through so many more phases in my life and change so many more times in my life, and yet I'm struggling to label myself for other people to understand me. So wala lang, I guess share ko lang. Wait, contouring my nose using the same shade. You guys are along this journey with me. Like, I'm figuring shit out as you guys are. So just thoughts. Okay, we're gonna go in with brows. Brows, to me, like, my brow products change all the time, but this one right now I'm using the Happy Skin Perfect Brows Eyebrow Duo in the shade Natural Brown. For everyone who's into the soap brows, laminated brows, I'm sorry, but it is not for me. Like, hindi siya bagay sa akin. I've tried it so many times, but like, let me just flash a photo of how bad it was when like a makeup artist gave me laminated brows for a shoot. That is just horrific. Like, it was disgusting, but I couldn't complain because I was just like a model at that shoot, you know what I mean? I was just a talent. Like they didn't book me for me, like as Kilakosh. So parang wala akong creative control. As a talent lang ako doon. And ever since then, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like laminated brows are not for me. But I do like thicker, brushed up brows, filled in but not too harsh. So I'm just brushing them up and out, up and out, up and out, up and out.
Let's get out. Let's out.
You guys notice how I've just been letting my concealer bake just so that it really sets and you can maximize the pigment. Now we're gonna go in with the Happy Skin Brow Gel Laminator. I've been liking a lot of Happy Skin's products lately. They've been giving. Okay, so this one, it looks like this. There's so many different like brushes and bristles, and they even have this part over here where it's like this, so that you can use those to brush out your brows however way you want to, which I really like. But I just use the thinner end on this side, and then that's what I use to like I just go in with it, brushing that up just very gently, making sure my brows are really nice and filled. I used to do my brows really skinny, but now I've been making them kind of thicker. Now I'm blending out my concealer, and you guys see how that just like brightened up my under eyes? You'll feel though that the concealer, like the consistency changes since it's dried up a bit. It's a little more pasty compared to like creamy, but it still blends out really, really nicely. This is the best dupe talaga for NARS. Okay, now would you look at that base? She really said base game strong. Nobody can f with my base. It is truly phenomenal. Pak. Pakaning pak, pak, pak. Shit, ang ganda ko. I love it. We are still gonna add a little hint of Charlotte Tilbury. I just like putting it on like the high points over here, just for added dimension, because my base in general is pretty matte, so I just like to like add a little bit of shine over there, and then just bring that up. You guys see? It's like a base highlighter. Boogsh. Boogsh! I love. Okay, you guys see that? Pwede na ako lumabas. Tapos na tayo. This one, nakakaloka ha. Itong si Get Ready With Me Cosmetics Miss May. Hindi siya nagre-restock. So, we are going in with the Pablo's Latte. Just a couple dots over there. That's enough na for both sides of your face because it is so pigmented. This is an amazing dupe for Miss Rare Beauty. My makeup bag is like 90% dupes at this point. Again, using my fingers, just really bringing it up and out. Lifting. Lift, lift, lift. Always lifting. There. And then we're gonna put a little blush, whatever's remaining on your forehead, corners of your forehead. I just saw that Ariel, the makeup artist of Kylie, he does that, so I do it too. A little bit on your nose. So this is where we're at. We're bringing more color to our face. We are bringing more shine, more sheen. So for powder, I use the Happy Skin. What is this? Basta yung Happy Skin na powder. I like it because it looks like an egg. It's so cute, the packaging. I lost the cushion thing, so I'm just using any other cushion. And then I'm going over my forehead. It's like Photoshop for your face. Look at how that just blurred it out. Boom. Under my eyes. Really press that in there if you tend to crease like I do. I really crease a lot. And then I either bring this in my purse so that I can retouch throughout the night, or I bring my Get Ready With Me powder. I like that one too, but I posted that one a million times, so feeling ko sawang-sawa na kayo doon. So let's try something else. Okay, so around the corner of your nose where you get oily really, I really like to prioritize powdering those areas, and then I just lightly go over the rest of my face. Not too much powder over the rest of my face. Konting pat-pat lang. Then okay na yun. We're gonna get an angled brush. I use these brushes from Maangge lang. They're really, really affordable. They're really, really soft na for the price. So I'll link them down below, the entire set. But I barely use the set because I use my hands the most. But it's still really good. I'm gonna go over the bronzer with this LA Girl matte bronzer. This is a dupe lahat na lang dupe, no? This is a dupe for Miss Gucci. This is massive, honestly, and I've been using this for like 4 months now. I feel like I've barely touched it. Even if I've been using this every single day, because sobrang laki niya. That's what she said. Going over that and then bringing it in. Like, you guys see, like, my cheekbones over here? I bring it in a little bit like that. Making sure it's really warmed up because when the flash hits you, ang tsaka eh, like, when you look really, like, pale and pasty, when you're really tan. I mean, obviously, if you are on the mestiza fair side, go. But if you're, like, tan, tapos the flash hits you, and then you look really pasty, parang sino yan? Parang hindi ko kilala. This is the Milani blush in the shade Dolce Pink. Dupe for NARS Orgasm. Same brush that I used for my bronzer because I feel like it just meshes the shades really well. And notice how I just bring it up, like borderline the corner of my eye even. Oh shit, I forgot to contour my nose. I mean bronzer my nose with powder, so we're gonna go back in. I use a fan brush to bronzer my nose because I feel like instead of using another brush, like it just hits those angles properly. For highlighter, we are going in with BLK. This is their cream eyeshadow, but I use it as highlighter. It's the shade Pearl. It's super blinding. Put it on my nose, blend that out, look. Oh. Then, instead of like going directly on my cheeks, I put it on my fingers first. Warm it up so that it's not too blinding, and then go. Because I am already, diba I put Charlotte Tilna here, so I don't want it to like be way too shiny. I also really like the Lovely Cosmetics one under your brows. Then we're gonna set our face with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. You can also set multiple times throughout your makeup routine. Forgot to do it today. I don't know why the I forgot. It's so embarrassing. But normally, I set my face like right after I do the cream product, set. And then right after I finish the rest of my face, set. And then I set again. I usually set 3 times. So I missed 1 time. What the fuck? But anyway, andito na tayo. Notice how I haven't even done my lips yet. So I go in with a lip tint. This is from Happy Skin in the shade Chill. I always put on lip tint under my lippy just so that no matter what, I still have color on my lips. And notice how like I go over on top there and then I bring it in here. Lip tint is really the way for long nights out. And then throw on whatever lippy you want on top of that, but make sure you're wearing a tint under. Like, that is super duper crucial. But I want that to set na, so it doesn't look so like, it doesn't look so intense. Now time for lashes because I have no extensions. We are using the same ones as always. These are the Fleek lashes. So I'm just chopping them to make sure that they fit my eye perfectly because it tends to like peel off if you don't do it right. It doesn't fit your eye shape. I also use the Paul Lash glue. This is the best talaga. Fuck Duo. Well, galit. Fuck Duo though because they're so expensive and like hyped up Duo. Like, who said Duo was good? Like, sino talaga yung nagsabing maganda yun? Because for me, hindi talaga siya maganda. And it has the worst applicator. This one, it has a tiny little brush pa, so you can really get in those crevices. Now we're gonna blow. Let that dry up a little bit. It's kind of hard to put on these lashes right my lashes right now because I do have a lash lift. Damn, she got lashes or whatever. She out here stunning and stunting. Try to get as close as you can to the lash line. Then we're gonna go in with some eyeliner. So for eyeliner, I actually like to use a brown eyebrow pencil. So whatever you use for your brows, just use it for your eyeliner and bring it out. It's such a soft added touch, but it makes a world of difference. Instead of using like a harsh black eyeliner, it brings your eyes out and makes your eyes look even bigger. And notice how I'm just lining like literally the outer part of my eyes and not bringing it in anymore, like just literally the end. But again, we all have different eye shapes, so you have to find what works for you, but this is what works for me. And with the pearl, oh my gosh you guys, it is getting kind of dark already. I have to head out soon. And I put that in the inner corners of my eyes just for added Oh. You know how they're like, oh, like, she literally, like, the sparkle in her eyes. Ito yon. This is where we're at right now. I really like the look. It's really giving like Bratz doll, kineme. You can stop right here. You can build your eyes more. But for me, like, I like keeping my eyes light and bright so that I don't really have to worry about retouching my eye makeup or caking throughout the night. I really like going out looking really fresh and then staying really fresh. I don't want to overdo it. I just like keeping it really simple and just like simplifying all the steps. We are gonna set our face again. Really helpful to set multiple times throughout your makeup routine so that it bakes and it bakes. I do want to top off this lip tint situation with this one from Maybelline. It is their Vinyl Matte Lippy. This is the shade Cheeky. This also lasts all night. And even if it's matte, it's so lightweight. Like, ang lambot niya talaga. And it doesn't crack as bad as other matte lip. You can go with a gloss, you can go with literally any lippy that you like, but for me, today, it really depends on my mood but today, we're gonna go in with one of my faves. Never forget to put on body oil or like glistening, glowing body oil. This one is from Lovely Cosmetics and I just like that subtle glow, plus it feels really, really moisturizing and it makes such a huge difference, honestly. Like, you know how they say like, oh my god, you glow different? Girl, it's the 500 products that I put on.
I'll always be there for you, number two. From the bottom of my heart, but you got me fooled. You say that I'm the one to put you through it all. You play the game better than I took you by. So let me get over the fast, shake your good head.
So this is the look, you guys. This is my hulas proof makeup routine tutorial. I hope you guys like it. Maybe we'll do a get ready with me next time where I actually take you guys out with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down for more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Kilko shout.